Here's a full list of Democrats who expressed some to a lot of interest in the race. Let's go. Michael Bennet, Joe Biden, Michael Bloomberg, Cory Booker, Sherrod Brown, Steve Bullock, Pete Buttigieg, Julian Castro, John Delaney, Tulsi Gabbard, Eric Garcetti, Kirsten Gillibrand, Kamala Harris, John Hickenlooper, Eric Holder, Jay Inslee, John Kerry, Amy Klobuchar, Mitch Landrieu, Terry McAuliffe, Jeff Merkley, Chris Murphy, Martin O'Malley, Beto O'Rourke, Tim Ryan, Bernie Sanders, Adam Schiff, Howard Schultz, Tom Steyer, Eric Swalwell, and Elizabeth Warren.
Whoa, that is a lot of candidates. So how do you get to know these people? That's where my solution comes in. I'm going to provide insights to who these candidates are, to help understand their top issues, and see what they're talking about on social media. How did I accomplish this? Well, I gathered some data off of each one of their Twitter sites by utilizing the Twitter API to capture all of their tweets. And then I did a little bit of web scraping, and I scraped each one of their websites to kind of find out what's their top issues and to kind of see if that lines up with what they're tweeting about. The architecture. So I built 5 Python web crawlers, each for one of their websites, that then pulled all that information about what their top issues are and put it into a MySQL database table. I then made a Python Twitter API call to each one of their Twitter accounts and grabbed all of their tweets and stored those into the MySQL database as well. I then created 5 static API endpoints utilizing turning those tweets, every single one of their tweets, into a JSON file, and then outputting it utilizing PHP to a API endpoint. I then created a dynamic API that also shows exactly what issues they are most passionate about for each one of the candidates. And then utilizing HTML, I was able to search through their tweets by their Twitter handle and a search term that you want to see kind of what they're tweeting about. And then you can also input your favorite candidate just to see who everybody likes at this moment. Let's get into the live demo. So this is the static API. This is all of Elizabeth Warren's tweets. These tweets are updated every Sunday night. As you can see, there's a picture of her with all of her tweets. And this is Pete Buttigieg and his tweets. And here is Kamala Harris's tweets. Here is Beto O'Rourke's tweets. And finally, here's Bernie Sanders' tweets. This is the dynamic API. This is showing the issues for Elizabeth Warren and what she's passionate about, as well as here's the one for Pete Buttigieg. Here's the one for Kamala Harris, the one for Beto O'Rourke, and the one for Bernie Sanders. And those are the issues they're passionate about. And then you can search through their tweets. So let's go ahead and search Bernie Sanders' Twitter handle. And he likes to talk about climate. So let's see what he's tweeting about. So here are all the tweets that Bernie Sanders has about climate. And you can see there's quite a few of them. And then once you've kind of gone through all my application, you can kind of decide who your favorite candidate is. Let's just say Beto O'Rourke. We can submit that, and then it gets captured into our database, and we can do some analytics on that. So for the future, what I envision this is going to look like is you'll have a dashboard for each one of the candidates. So as you can see, here's Elizabeth Warren and Beto O'Rourke. And on the right side, it'd be kind of like a stream of tweets of what they're tweeting about, kind of like that static API. And then we would do some analytics based on the issues versus what they're tweeting about to see if they kind of line up and what other things are they into and what are they tweeting about on social media and posting on their website. And then as on the left, you can kind of search their tweets just like we showed on that dynamic API and kind of filter down to see what they're tweeting about, what you're interested in. So some of the lessons I learned, Twitter API is difficult yet fun. It's a little cumbersome to get into. There's a lot of hoops to jump through, but once you get in there and start diving in, there's so many use cases you can utilize with that API. Web scraping is a new adventure each time you get into it. Each website's different, but you can really learn HTML and dive in, and it gets fun there. And once you start learning about it, comment. You really need to comment your code. As I was reusing a lot of code through all these Python packages I was creating and Python scripts So if I commented my code, I knew exactly what it was used for, and I could easily copy and paste and reuse that code. Con.commit is needed for input. I wasted a lot of time trying to get the input function to work for my SQL input, and all I needed was con.commit. So a lesson learned, you got to have con.commit to insert into a database. And the last lesson is building an application is within reach. It's something I never thought I'd be able to do, and after doing this prototype, it's something that I think I can accomplish. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.